The street Ozempic. It's out there. It's rampaging the streets. It's making everybody skinny, and we're all gonna die.
Street Ozempic. I need some of that.
I've been thinking about it.
You know, I did gain the happy weight being in a relationship. And I guess that's the best part about a breakup.
Is losing the happy
I don't
weight.
need street Ozempic. I just need my heart broken. We're doing great. Welcome back to another episode of your most two favorite up people. It's me, Jamie.
It's me, Emily, and today we have on the hilarious Andrew Packer coming at you hot from Toronto, Canada.
Yeah, I'm down here. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on. You know, how's your Austin time been?
It's been great. I mean, there's great energy here. It's like, you know, it's Texas, so the culture couldn't be more different from the East Coast, but also it's Austin, so it's people are like staying fit and running around.
Were you in New York before?
I'm in Toronto, and then I bounce back and forth between Toronto.
You call Toronto the East Coast? That's so interesting. We call like the Northeast, like Boston, New Hampshire area, the East Coast here.
But Toronto's East Coast?
I mean, if I'm in Canada, I wouldn't call Toronto the East Coast because we have so much more east.
Are you talking about New York as East Coast?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's been your biggest culture shock since coming to Texas?
There's just been bits I've been doing that like you have to angle them in totally differently. Like I have this joke about IUDs, and then it was ripping in New York, ripping in Toronto, and then I was doing it here on my last trip here, and it took me a couple of days to realize it wasn't hitting because a lot of people didn't know what it was.
Oh,
what an IUD was?
Legit, like
do they even have birth control here?
I mean, I don't even know, but because I've built it into the joke now, how to explain it and get a laugh out of that, and then that makes the whole bit go way better. But
they probably think you're talking about IEDs. They're like they're having more flashbacks.
That's literally
So the culture shock is that Texas is dumb.
Well, I think it's just it speaks to the kind of just the sentiment on healthcare, I guess, here.
Yeah.
A little bit. And but there's a lot of different things. We also have in the center of our country, we've got kind of a version of Texas called Alberta. And so there are so many similarities. And I've toured in Alberta more than any other province in Canada. So it's not that much of a shock, but when I see a I am like, whoa.
I need to get a gun.
Yeah.
I've never felt like I needed a gun until I came to a state. And now I'm like, I think I need one because I'm outnumbered.
We were in Florida, and there's so many. You don't even need a permit in Florida, I think.
Yeah, our friends were just walking everywhere with girls would be like, look what I got. And I'd be like, put that away, dude.
She's wearing a mini dress. I'm like, where did you even hide that?
In her. Anyways.
Speaking from experience over here.
No.
Oh.
No. We've had a friend have a guy put a to her head while having sex with her. What do you think? How do you feel about that?
They cleared it up beforehand.
No, it was loaded.
It was loaded, but before she was like, I'm kind of into this, or just spur of the moment.
I think it was a spur of the moment, I'm into this.
Okay. And how did she feel after about it?
She loved it.
That is so risky. That's a risky play from that guy.
That's a high risk,
that guy's
high
like,
reward.
I'm going to,
potentially kill.
Either way this goes, she's going to remember this.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I thought about that.
How do you even negotiate that in? Like, you're fucking her, and then you just go, hey, babe, I have a gun. And she's like, bring it out.
Do you have any toys? I have the perfect one.
I got a Glock 47. Locked and loaded.
Is that even a...
It sounds like a... I think I mixed AK-47 and Glock.
It's a new...
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that I'd be able to pull that off. If my wife was like, yeah, I'm into this with the and everything, I'd be like, doing it, but like nicely.
If you're...
I'd be like, yeah, is this okay? Is this...
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to. I gotta take some acting classes to pull that one off, I think.
How would your wife react? Or how would you react if your wife asked for that after all these years? Because you guys have been together a long time, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the first thing would be like, man, that's actually like a lot of paperwork I gotta go through in order to make this happen. So I don't know about.
Oh,
yeah.
that's true.
It'd be like so many steps involved.
What's the paperwork involved?
To
Because
get a
in
gun.
Canada, there's so many there's so many hurdles in order to get a gun. I gotta act like I'm gonna go hunting. It's a whole thing.
You're like, I'm hunting something.
Yeah,
It's my wife.
I'm gonna go buy camo. You know, it's a whole. There's a lot of steps.
So
I
you're
don't
like,
think
that's too much effort.
Yeah, yeah, and it would also come out of such left field. You know, I would have to figure out like, I don't know, was she getting ideas from that Blake Lively movie or what? The
From her lawsuit with Justin Baldoni.
yeah,
It ends with us, babe. It ends with us.
I don't know, but I don't know. Anything's in the cards. You know, we've been together for 13 years, so who knows?
That's crazy. So you
Yeah.
guys, how old are you?
I am 31.
Damn.
Yeah, I met her on the first day of college.
Oh,
Yeah.
how'd you guys meet?
They do a big orientation party the first week, and it was the first party that I was just sniped her. She was in a red bandana, and I was like, I don't know.
she's a Crip.
Just literally.
You're like, that's
you're
my
17.
girl.
And then she left her number in my phone with a smiley face, and I texted her the next day, and she was like, "Who's this?" So a few months went by, and then neither of us wanted to find our partner for life in that moment. You know, it's not really where your mind's at, but day by day, and it's just been cool. Yeah.
Oh, that's a beautiful love story.
I love that.
Yeah.
What's been like the secret to making it last so long, especially through college and some big life moments, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that helped us get through college is that we were both very much talking about not compromising on the things we wanted in life for each other. And I think that helped not feel like trapped in a relationship or like your identity was getting consumed by the relationship. A lot of people just let their identities become the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they get sucked in and then they start posting
I don't know
couple
anything
Instagram
about that.
posts.
I know nothing about that.
No way.
So you guys stayed independent and focused on what you wanted out of life, and it just worked out that you guys worked.
I mean, we've been together longer than I'm doing comedy, so she's seen the full trajectory. When she met me, I was in business school and ready to have a Dragon's Den or Shark Tank idea and go there and figure it out. And then I made a hard left turn in the third year.
So I was in business school too.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was in like marketing and sales before this, and then I was like, "Fuck this, hit corporate America. I'm going to talk about dicks on stage. This is going to be my career."
How did you pitch comedy to her? Did you come to her like sharks? I have a proposition, baby. I have an idea.
50% of my company for the next
If
rest
you
of your
marry me
life.
and you deal with me on tour.
Yeah, I wish I did it like that. No, I mean, you know, you just start at open mics or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's crazy looking back that she, was like, sure, keep going.
Why?
I was so bad when I started. Like,
We all
I don't know
are.
where you guys started at. Like, I think all different
Terribly.
people start at different levels.
Dog.
There are some people good. Okay.
Yeah, some people
Yeah.
start right off the bat and you're like, have you
Yeah.
been in this for a long time?
Yeah, so
Not
you're
us.
just 5 years in immediately. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope, not
Yeah.
I had to learn how to be funny.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, looking back and how unfunny I was like, I can't believe you supported this.
But she supported you through the unfunny.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. I mean,
That's why a woman helps build a man, guys. Look at him now.
hey, look at me. I'm doing Two Girls, One Blunt podcast now.
Yes, you know, we won't even talk about Kill Tony or all the other big things you're doing. This is the biggest.
God damn it.
This is the turning point of a career.
I mean, it's launching for sure.
You know
Or
what?
it's
Thank you for
tanking.
having us.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence today. We really need it.
Dude, we're struggling.
Just
I
haven't
think
dated
there are
anyone.
certain types of jobs I've noticed that seem to like jive well with with comedians.
Oh,
wait.
I have like 3 friends whose partners are nurses.
I was gonna say nurses.
Nurses is
healthcare.
like they're like
And they're a little crazy, so they get
they have
comedians.
a dark sense of humor.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's like less arguments when
They
you're
have
just
crazy
riffing.
hours.
In crazy hours, I see. Yeah, nurses seems to work. They can work in other places. They can get transfers and jobs to go other places and travel.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
What
yeah.
other jobs are good for
Yeah, but what is that
comedians?
like for men? Like for men, if I was gonna find a man with a night job,
Yeah. Well, there
Healthcare.
are male nurses.
Doctor.
yeah, I want to marry
Yeah.
one of those.
My
mean-
dad's a nurse.
There's some,
What you got against
there's
nurses,
some manly
dude?
man nurses out there.
You know, I'm
They're
like,
making like 200 to 300K a year.
They're doing their thing.
They're doing good
it's
for themselves.
just on face value, it's not the
It's not the hottest profession.
when you're
I'm
getting
like, you didn't become a doctor, you gave up.
it's not that
You're gonna give up on this relationship.
a man nurse isn't the kind of guy who's gonna hold a to your head while
They might. Honestly,
I don't know
they
if he
might
has
hold it to their own head while you're fucking them.
Actually, I could see that with my
I got
parents.
on my last leg right here, just like the guy I saved this morning. All right.
You saved a guy this morning?
No, but if I was a nurse and I worked in the ER, don't they all start there? I don't know. Now we have to think about
I don't
it too
know how
much.
nurses work, dude.
yeah.
I'm just thinking night jobs for men. I'm like, I don't trust that. Why are you out in the night?
Security, they're like working at like bars.
So you're already sabotaging any possible non-comic.
I'm like, he's up in the nighttime? No, he's bad news.
I feel like I don't trust a man who's up in the daytime. Because what are you doing walking around when other bitches can see you? Stay in the dark
You
where
don't
no
think-
women can look
You don't
at
think
you.
hoes are out at night?
Damn it. Hoes are out during the day too. I would know. I've been
Yeah,
out.
Basically, I like a man that stays in the house.
Yeah, stays in the house, but also super fit and outgoing.
Yes.
Yes,
And
of
then lets
course.
me live my career.
Yeah,
and be the
lets you
star.
live your career, but anytime you're busy, he's not bothering you.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds so nice.
Yeah.
Let me
duh.
have my space.
Yeah, a guy
do
who's
we
got a
find
lot
that?
going on, but ready to drop it all for you at any moment.
Yes.
Yes.
That's duh.
Duh.
Where are you, dude?
Where do we find
Come
this?
on out. A guy who's very manly but extremely empathetic and thoughtful.
Yes.
Dude,
Dude,
is it that hard?
I'm not asking for much. I really don't think I am.
No, I think we actually have to be even more specific in what we want because God will send you. You ask for all that, He sends you a cat that loves you. Mm-hmm. No, I want a man, a human man.
Oh no, this person, everything I was like, God, I'm tired of being single. It's been 3 years. Send me someone. And then I had a list of things and I wrote it down. And then the person popped up and I was like, oh, I should have been a little more specific.
I got to zero in on what I really need.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
we're getting somewhere.
We're getting somewhere. I'm so
That's
glad
great.
you're here to help
We
me
have to
through
find
this.
other professions that you can
I think entertainment. I don't know.
entertainment. Yeah, I think anything entrepreneurial seems
Yeah.
to work.
Sales.
My
yeah.
wife is a real estate agent. That works a lot better. She used to work more of a corporate job, and that was like more challenging because it was exactly that. She'd be working 9 to 5, and then at 6
you're gone
o'clock
at
she's
9.
like, "Well, where?" And I'm like, I'll see you at 2 a.m."
Yeah.
So that made it more challenging. But entrepreneurial, then it's like, okay, well, we're both working nights and weekends, and I'm doing shows, she's doing showings. We're all kind of like, there's a lot of crossover
Yeah.
of the type of schedule,
Oh.
Yeah.
and then also there's an understanding of like, there's an opportunity, I have to go do that, and then you're immediately support because that's how the nature of the business works. Is like, you got to
Yeah.
run with the
Okay,
opportunities.
so we don't just have to date comedians. We can
No.
also date real estate agents.
Real estate
No, I've been
agents,
dating the
anyone
businessmen.
entrepreneurial.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The last guy I was dating while I was dating this guy, like while we were non-exclusively dating, he was like a business person.
Yeah.
And so like every time, like it was cool because he also understood, and he would pop out at the shows and it was that did work. I just don't know if I was like I fully felt it there with him, but I don't know. Well, I guess there's a lot of business people here. I'm spiraling. How are you?
We're gonna be okay. We're all fine.
Yeah.
We're safe.
Do you find Austin kind of a hard scene, like a city to date in?
No, this is
'Cause-
I feel like it's great.
We came from Miami.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
but
I
everyone
hadn't
I
gone on
talked to
dates.
from that I've talked to here, there seems to be very much like it's a great dating place, but finding your person seems to be not easy.
So you can date, but you can't commit.
I was
that.
well on my show. I was talking to the crowd and everything. I'll get deep into relationships in my set, and then we found that like the longest relationship that someone was in the crowd was like 3 months, and I'm like, is that the cutoff point for Austin? Is 3 months is?
I think with Austin, it's like a transplant city.
Yeah.
So everyone comes here for a couple years and then leaves, or a couple, like even half a year, and everyone's in and out, and it's kind of like a home base, but people aren't here all the time. And that because there's a huge business side too, where they're all like flying for work and out of town.
Yeah.
So I think people have trouble committing because people just keep leaving. And it's like you might find someone and they're like, oh, well, I'm moving to California or something.
There's so many tech bros too, and I feel like tech bros are the same as finance bros. Like they'll fuck a different girl for every day of the week. I just feel like everyone's kind of a whore.
That's just bros.
Yeah, I don't know. I see some tech bros that don't really have the charisma to pull that off, especially like in tech. Like the finance bros are guys that couldn't do accounting or didn't want to, or didn't have the mental capacity to be able to actually balance a sheet, and so they got into finance to just sell that, and then they kind of apply their dating life the same way in Excel spreadsheets. So but then the tech bros seem to be more a little maybe I'm wrong here. The sales is sales, so if they're doing tech sales, it's the same dude, but if you're like a tech engineer, you're a little bit more on the tism, you know.
Well, the other guy I was dating was a software engineer.
She didn't like that. Okay.
No, she loves the tism.
We can cut
I
that.
like the tism. No, we don't have to cut it. But do you
Okay.
think that the tism, it's then, okay, so they have the tism their whole life. They never got girls. And then they became tech bros who have money and like clout kind of. So now women want them. They're like, well, I'm just going to fuck everybody.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's any man who comes into a position that
Look
he's
at Mark
better.
Zuckerberg. He's like
Hot now.
premium.
He's so hot.
He's gone full fuckboy mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. For years, he was literally that kid in school that everyone had that ran like Naruto. Like that's.
His arms
That's
behind
who
him.
he was.
that kid?
Oh yeah.
That's why she thinks he's hot now.
Yeah. That's why you're like, wow, he really turned a corner.
Yeah. But we can do it when no one's looking.
They'll never
Yeah.
understand that I did it as satire to make fun of those kids. But it was really fun. So I got into it a little bit.
Okay.
And then you were like, am I one of them? No.
I got into anime this year, so I get it. I'm fully in on it.
What's your anime of choice?
I've just been working through the classics because there's so many to go through. But Solo Leveling is one of my favorite ones. I don't know if you've checked that one out.
You watched One Punch Man yet?
Not yet. It's
a
on
good
the
one.
list.
Isn't
Yeah.
One Piece one of the big ones too, or
It
something?
has like 900 episodes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, those ones are daunting. The ones that have been going for too long. You're like, let's start out a little bit slower. Yeah. Jujutsu Kaisen was good. Death Note.
I've heard good things.
Yeah.
I've heard good things.
Yeah,
I
those
feel
are
like
all
I should
good.
get into it. I feel like they always teach you lessons, and I need some life lessons or something. I need some hope.
I need some guidance from like an old man with like a long beard on an anime.
Yeah.
That's
So you
where I
want-
feel like I'd learn
You want an old Asian man?
to teach me stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Have you
he's
seen
your-
New Girl?
Yeah.
Nick, have you seen New Girl?
New Girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Nick meets that old Asian guy and he like starts talking to him and he's like, this is my friend now and he's teaching me all this wisdom, and it's just the Asian guy going, and just like
That's what you
nodding.
want in a man.
I just want someone to agree with me.
There you go. Okay.
How do you how do you deal with the problems that arise from like the long distance and I don't know, during those times that you maybe weren't able to see each other as much?
Yeah, I mean, we went through different. I think it helps if you're doing long distance that there's always an ending in sight to the long distance. If it's just like I'm gone and
I'm never coming back.
Yeah, I'm never gonna come back, and we'll see each other and do trips and stuff. I think that'll probably just wear on you after a while. But yeah, we went through times when she would be, she lived in Ottawa, I lived in Toronto for a year, and that's like a 4-hour drive away, so that's pretty significant. But again, that was temporary. And then I lived in Madrid for like 6 months, and then
Jesus.
she came in.
Spain?
Yeah. So I did the end of my college as an abroad thing, and then she came twice during that, and then we traveled Europe together after for a little bit.
Oh, that's so fun.
So yeah, you go through like periods of but then as long as like we came back together. And,
Yeah.
it was
What's
good.
the end goal now?
Now it's just, I mean, because I'm just coming down to the States so much. I'm down here, or usually in America, like it's almost like 2 weeks of every month now in different places. But I try to keep the maximum 2-week trips, because after that, it's like, if you're on the road longer than that, I feel like your life is now the road instead of
you don't have a routine.
Yeah, well, you can build routine, but your routine is now this road life, and like stand up is like taking your life and putting it into the stand up.
And if you're not living,
yeah, so I start to it's nice to come back to like an anchor and get back to life, and have to fix a bunch of things in my apartment and fix the car and like do all the little life things that need to be taking place, and then get back to it. But yeah, just making the periodic trips and then shortening the trips a little bit is what I've been doing.
So you live in Toronto and then you just travel out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
we got
does
a
seem
good
much
airport. As long as this whole border situation doesn't get more heated, then we're good.
Yeah, but hey, if we need to escape, at least we know a person now.
You know a person, and your dollar goes a long way in our country right now.
We won't have to pay any tariffs if we live in Canada.
There you go.
Do you think they're going to shut down the border between Canada and U.S.?
No, I don't see this happening. I think this whole thing is just like noise. And we're comics, so I'm not like a political scientist. I can have this opinion that like, hey guys, don't take it too seriously.
Yeah.
I think that should be or at least my voice for this circumstance. But even like today, he came out and went, it's only for 2 weeks. And then, it's just like the whole TikTok thing. It's like, let's create a whole bunch of noise so that we can do a whole bunch of other stuff.
So it distracts
at
people.
the same time.
Yeah.
Because on this first day, 200 things got signed. And
Yes. Nobody has any idea.
I don't got room in my head for more than one thing. Political wise, like I got one thing bandwidth, and then it was all TikTok. So yeah, I tried. It was the inaugural speech was so boring. I couldn't even watch it.
I can't watch.
They had speeches?
Yeah, he did a
just
speech,
watched
but
for
he
the
didn't do like classic Trump. Just riffing. I wanted to see a set.
I want to see the funny. Yeah.
Show me the
You
set.
wanted some crowd work.
Show me the jokes.
Show me the crowd work. Get him going. It was all very diplomatic, very ceremonial.
Well, it's because they're trying to introduce a bill that if a president hasn't served 2 consecutive terms, that they can run for a third term.
I love it. That's so insane.
Which is absolutely unhinged.
I know. Feel how you feel about this man, but man, can he dream.
He's helping us relive the American dream.
Legit. For when him and Elon were like, yo, what if we just got Canada? That I heard that, I was like, wow. Could you imagine? They dreamt of that.
Just buying
they
Canada.
dreamt that's now ours now.
Do you think that's all like high thoughts? Like they just get high and they're like, dude, what if we, hear me out, bought Canada?
Well, Elon smokes a lot, I think.
Does he?
Or he's on drugs. I had a friend who, a business friend who like hung out with Elon in another country, and they were like all on drugs. I probably shouldn't admit this, but they were all on drugs and like shrooms and and Molly, and Elon was just being Elon.
That seems like my worst shrooms trip.
If I saw
being stuck with Elon Musk, dude.
I mean,
I feel like you're freaking me out, man.
If you do mushrooms, you'll definitely not care about borders. That's dude, the land just continues. Man.
There's no borders, dude. We're all people.
It's all what's meant for me is mine.
If he wanted to, he will take over Canada.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what Donald Trump is on, because I don't think the word tariff even enters your brain if you've done.
No, it's got to be like
psilocybin.
Cocaine or something. If it's anything. Do presidents have to get drug tested?
I don't think so. I think he's just riding just complete like just whatever kind of garbage he puts into his body. Like I look at him and I imagine he has the same diet as like Warren Buffett. He probably just eats at McDonald's every day.
That's all he eats.
Yeah,
it
so
does
it's
seem like he
it's
eats at
literally
McDonald's
we're just
every day.
seeing a manifestation of GMO just running a country.
He is the genetically modified organism.
Yeah.
It's the genetically
great.
modified. Wait, the GMO version of capitalism.
Yeah.
What,
you know
what it's
what
become.
It did he added a Diet Coke tap to the Oval Office. So he has Diet Coke on tap at all times. And
On
I
tap.
approve that message.
I don't believe in fountain soda.
See, that's what I mean.
You don't like it doesn't exist? Have you ever tried a Sprite?
Like I don't like fountain soda. Like it should be real Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Like
not
drink out of
in
a
it?
can like a
Not
real
this
man.
syrup mixed with
not this
soda.
syrup on the tap stuff.
No. But yeah, he is definitely running on aspartame. That makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. It does make brain damage. I know because I drank a lot of Mountain Dew growing up, and now my brain doesn't work.
Oh,
I'm blaming it on that, not the copious amounts of weed that I smoked.
It's the Mountain Dew.
Both or high levels
Weed
of
is a
stress.
flower. Mountain Dew is a lime green level that does not exist in nature.
dude, have you ever seen a Venus flytrap? It gets pretty bright green, dude.
All right.
You ever seen a poisonous tree frog?
Okay, I was gonna say a poison dart frog.
Yeah, those. Did you see Kanye or Ye and his wife Bianca Censori at the Grammys where they got kicked out? Do you see what she was wearing?
Oh, did she get kicked out?
Yeah, they weren't invited to the Grammys, and then she
Hilarious.
took off her dress and her fur coat, and she was completely like naked underneath.
That seems like a fever dream. Like that's like she just lived something that you dream, and then you wake up and you're like, whoa, could you imagine?
Yeah,
No, that's a man being like, how can I one up my ex? Like she has Skims, I'm gonna show you like skin.
Yeah, that's crazy.
She looks
know?
just like Kim too.
Yeah, it freaks me out.
It is insane.
Very similar. Yeah. And man, Kanye does not make it easy to be his fan.
Or does he make it really easy?
I'm just out here trying to be a fan of Kanye, and he's got to
And
keep
he's showing
doing.
you tits. What more could you want?
I mean, that's the thing. Every time he posts on Instagram, you go in the comments, and every comment is like, dude's like, man, where's the music, yay? where are the tracks, yay? Stop posting porn. We want the music, yay.
Maybe he's about to drop music. That's why he did it.
I think he is. I hear he's I think it's called Bully. His new album is coming soon. He's like in some country just putting it together or whatever.
Is he gonna do another Scoop Diddy Poop? Because that was one of my favorite Kanye songs.
As long as it hits.
What song?
You don't know Scoop Diddy?
Scoop Diddy Poop.
Scoop-diddy poop?
Scoop Diddy Poop.
Song-
Scoop Diddy
it wa-
Scoop Poop.
It went hard. It went hard.
It's an actual song.
It
It
slaps.
goes hard, dude.
Yeah, it goes real hard.
Is this new or is this old?
No, this is old. Before 2020.
Yeah.
Scoop. Wait, did he take it? Lift yourself? Is this it?
No. Oh,
yeah,
wait.
it is. Whoop, whoop. Poop. It goes hard, dude. Scoop Diddy whoop.
The way his brain works is so fascinating.
It makes
People
me
hear
wonder,
that and they're like, that's art.
It is art,
is
dude.
the brain injury getting worse? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because it seems to be there was genius, but I mean it's up to the next album. All the albums
It's up
are
to the
hitting.
next album.
It's always he does a great job going from the highest of the highs and then resetting himself in the lowest of the lows in order to have these overcoming arcs.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like the problem with Eminem is that everyone's like, dude, you're goated. Okay, nobody can beat you in a rap battle, and then nobody fights him. So he has to put out a terrible album so that everyone rips on him for it, just so he has ammunition now to just be like, like at every single person. But Kanye's like, nah, I'll just do it myself. I'll just show up to the Grammys with my wife, who's now naked, have you guys all think I'm insane, and then hopefully drop some hot fire that makes my shoulders move.
That's all we want.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all we want. I miss like the gold digger era of Kanye. That was my favorite.
I like it all.
I
Yeah.
like Through the Wires. The story of Through the Wire makes me cry every time. I don't know why. It gets me, man.
It is kind of crazy.
You can hear it in his voice,
You
how
can.
it's literally shut while he's doing
He's
the
talking
raps.
through the wires.
Talking through the wire. That's deep.
That is
R.I.P.
deep.
Donda.
And now that I know about what I know about Diddy, I'm like, is it another wire he was talking about too?
He was wired for the FBI.
I don't know.
Wow, I never even thought about that connotation.
I didn't
Kanye
either
being a
until right
snitch?
now.
I don't think Kanye's a snitch, though.
No, I don't either. But there could be somebody else with the wire that he's talking through. I don't know. I'm a big conspiracy girl. Are you into conspiracies?
I mean, I'm always intrigued by them. I kind of want the conspiracy of everything that's going on right now.
Which one?
Just everything. It's just there's so much.
New
state
World
of
Order.
There's
order.
so much noise happening that I would love to know what the like logical. Just to pick a fight with Canada, I'm like, what's this actually about? You know what I mean? It's just such a weird, because he's picking a fight. Our prime minister is has put in his 2 weeks notice in.
He just resigned.
He resigned. So it's like you're picking a fight with a guy that we all pushed into quitting. So we're just getting so kicked while we're down right now.
Well, that's what bullies do.
It's a
they
land
literally
grab.
go for the people who are vulnerable and already down. We're kicking the fucking retarded kid on the playground with Canada.
Literally. Yeah. I mean, and our dollar is so weak right now, and then you're creating border issues. So it's like our dollar is weak. Prices are going to go up. It's really hitting us while we're down. And then we're all looking at Trudeau put out a good speech, I think, the other day. And it's funny because everyone hated him. And then even the people that were like hating him the most now are like, they kind of have the vibe like a dad whose son just got cut from the hockey team. Like they're looking at him like, just like, they're not being mean to him anymore. They're looking at him like, look, you're just not skilled enough to play with those boys, okay? And we're just gonna get you back into theater, but
we're gonna get him back into fighting shape. It's gonna be fine.
You're doing good right now, but you know,
there's always room for improvement, dude.
Yeah, it's a very kind thing going on with at least the unification in the country. We always hate Quebec. All the English people in Quebec, they're always butting heads, but right now we're like, we are all Canadian, just because we have a common enemy.
Yeah, Trump.
That's what Trump does best. He brings people together.
It depends how you look at it, right?
Yeah. I just think it's like the housing market crash where all like the rich people bought up the land. You just wait till everything's so cheap, and they're coming in, they're like, this is our chance to attack. It's kind of fucked.
And his son just started a real estate firm.
Oh shit, he's taking over Canada.
But who?
Barron Trump.
Barron? What a name.
I wonder.
You know what I mean?
Imagine if his name's Barron and he just can't have kids.
Oh, that would be good. That'd be good.
Wow, that would be good. Yeah. I don't know. Just with did you guys watch?
Barron's Barron.
Did you guys watch Dune?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Baron is like literally the name of like the galactic overlord. And so the fact that in 2025 the young Baron Trump is there, it's like, okay, so he's the galactic overlord in the next 20 years.
Yeah.
That's gonna come in.
Everyone's worried about Trump, but we don't have to worry about him. We have to worry about his son. Trump's
Yes.
gonna die and get old soon.
Legit.
Well, Trump's trying to create a fucking political dynasty and take over America.
Yeah, like the
His
next
whole
Rothschild family or something.
It is confusing how, despite we saying that we want these democracies, that it just continues to evolve into monarchies.
Yeah.
Where we're just like, that is the royal family. They
Yeah.
have influence over us all.
Isn't Canada technically like still like a sovereign?
Technically, yeah.
Nation?
We're connected. Yeah. Deeply, you know. There's
Interesting.
some benefits.
What do you get?
If you're under 35, you can live and work in all of the Commonwealth nations.
Oh.
And get a visa like
Interesting.
That
super
is
easy.
cool.
Yeah, that's like I think the main benefit. Other than that, it's just she's on our money. Or I don't think they've put the king on yet, but yeah.
So Canada's a monarchy?
No. We're a democracy, but we have we just still have ties to the crown.
Is England a monarchy?
I think so, but it's also kind of evolved past that because they are more of just a placeholder. I don't know a ton about the royal family though.
I don't know about dick. I know nothing about
you
this.
You're not royal family obsessed? You don't care about
Once Diana died, I was like, whatever.
Yeah, that's the
I
moment.
think she
How
died
old were
before
you?
my birth, actually.
Okay.
Because she stopped caring before
Yeah.
she even came here.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck the royal family. But if like 70 people died in the royal family, maybe 100, I'd be in that bitch.
You'd care?
No, I would be the Queen of England.
You think you have?
Yeah, my
you're in
dad
the line?
traced our lineage back enough that if like 100 people die, maybe 200.
Okay, first you're saying you're anti-Semitic, and now you're talking about doing a small genocide. I don't know what kind of podcast
But
I
at
came
least it
on
would be
to.
for the white people this time.
She's not anti-Semitic. Just anytime she disagrees with me, I throw that in her face.
I throw
Okay.
her in the oven.
It's like, you know, a black person being like, is it because I'm black? I
Yeah.
just love doing that to Emily.
Nice.
And I'll
It's
feed
because I'm
into it.
Jewish,
You gotta
and
play
she
the
feeds
Jew
into
card.
it.
You got
I'm
a Jew
like,
card.
yeah,
You
It's
gotta
like
play
a
it.
Jew-
World War
Jewish.
II book that she just like places when she's
It's right
mad
there.
at me to just be
I
in
don't
my
place
eyesight.
it around.
She'll open like the most dramatic page. I'll wake up, it's on my bedside table, and I'm like, oh, this is how we're gonna play the game today.
It's just Auschwitz, and then I put a match on top just
the
to remind
oven's
her.
open the whole time. She's like,
Nice.
you gonna cook something?
Or yourself, bitch. Yeah.
I was thrown in an oven as a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, by my friends growing
Your
up.
friends
she
didn't
was
turn it on
Jewish.
though, right?
I think it was on.
Oh man, that's
It was preheating.
You know, I look back and I realize some fucked up shit happened to me as a kid. All right, we're good.
We're good. We're good.
All right, you're just watching us spiral this whole episode.
Who's us, man? I'm doing fine.
I just didn't want to. I didn't want to be alone in it. He just doesn't even know what to say. Do you want to ask us some questions?
Do you feel safe in this house?
Do you feel safe? You're holding yourself.
Do we feel safe right now, guys?
He's holding himself like he's like, what did I get myself into?
Oh.
All right.
Can we talk about Luca? Because my whole
Who?
For You page has been inundated with Luca
The basketball trade of the
Doc Nick?
century.
from the Mavericks going
Yeah.
to the Lakers, and everybody's fucking pissed about it.
Yeah.
But I don't really get it.
You do
Well,
man news, right?
That's what I
Yeah.
was hoping he could do.
Yeah. I can speak to this. I'm staying with my buddy who's super into basketball right now. We've been discussing this, but it is because he's like one of the he helped carry the team to the finals last year. He's 25 years old, so he's got a huge career ahead of himself. He's the superstar of the Dallas Mavericks, and then he gets traded for Anthony Davis, and then there's like a few other trades that happened inside of it. But Anthony Davis is a great player, but he's 31. You know, he's at a different stage in his
getting old.
career. He's elderly.
It sounds like men dating. They're like, well, she's
basketball
24, so she's of ripe age.
She's the MVP.
Yeah, this guy's
Yeah.
getting a little too old.
Apparently, Mark Cuban had tweeted that he's like, if we lose Luca, like I'd rather lose my wife than lose Luca. Like
He
2
said-
years ago, he
yes.
said that, and then now everyone's like, man, some divorce papers are getting filed.
Oh,
He said he
no.
would rather divorce his wife than lose Luca. He was like, if we had to lose Luca, I'd be in the attorney's office signing them right now. And then that resurfaced after.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
sorry.
crazy, these people that dive through Twitter feeds just to find relevant.
That's insane.
That's why you delete your Twitter feed before you try to be famous.
yeah.
Did you do that?
No.
No.
I deleted 3 Twitters.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, I don't know what but it's really because it's embarrassing because it'd be like song lyrics. It'd be like, you never know how you hurt me. Like whatever, like random Taylor Swift lyrics.
Oh wow, you were tweeting MSN statuses?
Yeah, I was tweeting like really like I look back at like it'll be like Facebook 10 years ago, and it's like a verse of a song that clearly explains like the breakup I was going through, and I'm like, that's so embarrassing that the moment I broke up with someone, I just like posted this song and was like, now everyone knows.
Yeah, they should literally call Facebook memories just daily cringe.
Yeah.
That's what it makes you do. You're like, wow, I can't believe that I thought that was relevant to share with anyone.
I used to post like "roar" means I love you and "dinosaur."
It's kind of
Oh,
fun.
that's-
That's not that bad.
So embarrassing.
What would you post? The N-word?
We already talked about this face, okay? Come on.
We can't even make these jokes, man.
You look back at his Twitter, it's all in German. Like, who is this guy?
No, I don't know. I just get reminded randomly. Also pictures. Sometimes you see a picture of like a pre-drink you went to in 2009. You're like, why is this?
Why did I think that was
Why
appropriate
is
to put
there
online?
a whole folder on Facebook? You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had
it
a-
just pictures me going,
Oh my God, do you remember the Mac store selfies that you used to take? You would go to the Mac store just to take pictures to post on Facebook.
the Apple Store?
The Apple store, yeah.
The Mac store is
The
what
Mac
you call
store.
it.
That's where you get the Mac stuff.
Yeah,
course.
I would just like make random videos and say really weird things and be like, I can't wait for someone to find this.
And then we didn't even watch them find it. We just left.
Yeah.
No payout.
No, and you probably wouldn't have gotten it if you did stay there. Not a lot of people are like, let's see who's been using this guy.
That's what I did immediately.
Really?
Because I know what motherfuckers did.
Okay.
Because I was that motherfucker.
Did you ever find anything good?
No. What if I found like a murder?
in the Apple store? Their security cameras missed it somehow. I don't know.
I'm Detective Wade. Bring me in on this job.
Nice.
Good talk. Thanks, guys. Glad we had that
You're killing
moment.
it.
Cool. It's fine to bomb in real life.
I love it.
No, you're crushing. It's going really well.
It's okay. You don't have to lie to me. The first one I read is, if you had to design the most cursed AI sex bot, what weird features would it have?
A cursed AI sex bot?
My immediate thought is tentacles. And I feel like that says more about me than it does about you guys.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a fair statement. Yeah.
A cursed sex bot.
A cursed sex bot?
It just yells racial slurs at you as it's about to come. It'd be like something like that.
Yeah, that would be good.
What would it do is the question.
Yeah.
What would be cursed about it?
Yeah. I don't even know what you're asking, Emily.
I'm kind of confused.
Like if there was a sex chat GPT,
Yeah.
what are some features you would give it that are cursed?
That are cursed. That
that are
would
just
be
like
very
cringy
bad.
or weird or uncomfortable.
I mean, if it...
Like whenever you ask for role play, it uses your mom's voice.
Yeah, that would be bad.
And it's able to tailor
Or for
it
some
to each
people,
person.
it'd be good.
Yeah.
Don't kink shame. We don't kink shame on
I guess.
two girls
I mean,
with one.
yeah. I guess I'm just speaking for me. That is not. Yeah, that's cursed enough right out the gate. Or if it could tap into loved ones that have passed on.
Oh God, it's like your grandma.
That would be a nightmare. Yeah.
I feel like it would be like somebody that you develop this like, I don't know, relationship with, right? You go to it, like going to a girl on OnlyFans or something, but somehow it hacks your computer, so you're just going to be sleeping and it tries talking to you.
And then it has a loaded
Like it
gun.
won't, like the cursed sex bot would be something that actually takes over.
Oh.
It's like a toxic relationship.
Okay. That would be a good curse.
Yeah. Or it just keeps mentioning things that it doesn't like about your personality and never gets to the sex part.
It's like, hey, remember when you said that embarrassing thing to that dude at 7 p.m. on that Tuesday night? You should think about that right now.
Yeah, I didn't like when you did that. And you're like, no, it's like, can we get it going? No, not until you address.
So are you describing a girlfriend?
I do wish though that if I was talking to ChatGPT when I'm like, fuck you, this is dumb, I wish they responded, you could be a little more nicer, you know? Like, I wish that the AI put me in my place.
Do you talk to your AI like that?
I do not.
I talk very politely.
Me too, 'cause
I'm
I'm
like, I talk to
scared.
them like they're an Uber driver. I'm like, hey, oh, thank you. If
Yes.
you could you also find me a link? Like,
I'm like, would you mind
oh,
doing
yeah.
this for me?
I go extremely nice.
I'm
Yeah.
like, I'll be like, I'll ask for something. I'm like, no, that's not what I asked for.
Jamie's
Do
the first
better.
to die in the AI wars.
Although, yeah, sometimes I am lazy with just general grammar and everything.
Uh-huh.
You're just like, you'll just throw a sentence together that doesn't even fit.
Need
and
this for this.
Figure it out. I've been there.
Yeah, I get frustrated with it. But Emily taught me how to teach ChatGPT to be like a riffing buddy.
Yeah.
So if I don't have anyone to riff off of, like you can teach it to play games with you and it will be like, all right, compare these two things or whatever. And so then you can like give answers and it'll be like, here's what can make your answer stronger. Or like,
Do you do the one that actually talks to you?
no.
Oh, okay. I got the one that because I think you have to pay like for
I
one
pay for it, I
upgrade.
just don't use it.
Oh, it's great.
How do you
Anytime
use
I go
it?
to a new city, I'll just walk around and ask questions about the city while I'm walking around. It's great.
And it talks back to you?
Yeah, but it's so politically correct. That's one thing. Because I'll be like walking around Cleveland. I'm like, why does this place feel so empty? And then it'll just go on. Well, in the change of industries, and it gets very. But there are parts that are quite lively, and yeah, it gets very.
Like the gentrification caused an outflux of the city, mass exodus.
Literally.
Oh, you know what I did use it last night for? I came up with like an intro to like I want to do like a self-help, not like podcast, but like YouTube thing. And I came up with the idea, and I have difficulty sometimes getting my thoughts into like typing it or writing it because my brain is moving faster than I'm able to put it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I pulled up the part of ChatGPT that could talk to you, and I was like, I want you to transcribe everything I'm saying and make it like I don't know, the sentence structure proper, and then
Make it sentence structure proper. That's very important.
I've been high. You know what?
I was gonna let that one slide.
Make the sentence structure more proper. Is that
You nailed it out the gate.
improper?
I think messing it up helped communicate exactly. I'm sorry for stifling your flow, but you were flowing there. That
Well,
was
yeah, but you know, it would be recording all of this.
Yeah.
And it would get all of the. I can't speak now. Now I'm under pressure. Anyways, it transcribed it for me.
And then it'll condense it down. And
And then I was like, when I asked it to transcribe it, it read it back to me. So I was hearing my words and how I spoke, but in another voice, and it was really cool to hear. And I was like, oh, that's how it sounds. I don't like how this part sounds. It's like re-listening to a joke or something, like rewatching the tapes.
I love
It was cool.
ChatGPT.
AI is cool.
yeah.
I use it for everything.
Yeah, it's cool, dude.
AI is pretty sick, dude.
Actually, nothing to stress about.
It's just destroying our planet, but that's fine.
Do you use AI? You use AI just to travel? What else do you use it for?
For ChatGPT, anything I gotta do that, pretty much anything manly, I kind of go to it. You know, like I had to refill the coolant in my car, and I felt
to
so
do
bad
that.
that I just didn't know which part of the car it was. But then I asked ChatGPT, and you don't have to open a manual and go through the thing. No, it'll just be like, it looks like this. Make sure that you turn the car off. It gives you all the things. Make sure that the car's been resting and not
So it's
hot.
easier than YouTube.
Oh, so much better. Yeah, more concise. Saves you time. Yeah, in YouTube, they're like, we're going to tell you exactly how to do it, guys. But first, and then go on some tangent.
And then they talk and they're like,
Yeah.
in this part of the car is this. And they explain. I'm like, just get to the point where you fix the fucking thing I'm
And
looking
somehow
Yeah.
they're talking about like how their parents left them and like how they never learned how to do this. And I'm like, dude, can we get to the fucking car?
The only thing that's worse, the only version is worse, is recipes. It's good for
I was
recipes
just
because
thinking that.
recipes will go on these long walks to tell you about.
And you have to scroll to the bottom of
Yeah.
the page just to find out
every time
the
there's like
ingredients.
7 pop-ups, and you're
Yes.
like, I just want the recipe for free.
I don't want to watch your ads.
Yeah.
I know you're being paid for this. Blah, blah.
ChatGPT will do like nutrition for you.
Yeah.
So if you describe like your dietary restrictions, it'll give you a grocery list for the month and what food you need to eat and recipes, and it'll lay it all out for you.
Or it can just drop a recipe based on what you have in the fridge, what's left.
Yeah.
And just be like, this is what you can do.
Yeah, I like
Damn.
that. Sometimes when I second guess myself after a conversation with somebody, I'll put the conversation into ChatGPT and I'll say, analyze it. And what you think the outcome is, or who's right or wrong, or like
Yeah.
why, or how was I being dismissive here? And it will straight up read you like a therapist.
Did you prime it though and be like, you're a therapist, you're trying to give me an impartial take, this is your role?
You gotta
did you
prime it.
prime it like that?
Sometimes.
Because otherwise it could just be like, yeah, this guy's an asshole clearly in this moment and you're all right. It could just
But
go
he doesn't
line.
know which one's me or not.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. That's fair.
Yeah.
This is something that I think only women are doing with ChatGPT. If I'm being honest, I can't see a single dude being like, so like, how would other people see it?
You don't think men are going in
No,
and being
dude's
like,
like-
how did they feel about me in that conversation? They're not
No,
asking those
no.
questions.
No, they're
No.
acting like, how do I get a girl to have sex with me? I don't want to watch these gurus online anymore.
Yeah. Give me the game in 3 paragraphs.
What are the steps on a first date? Yeah, I think it's probably only women. But that just goes to show men should think about other people's feelings a little more.
Yeah, dudes. Do better.
All right,
Okay.
so we're gonna play same but different. Basically, it's like a riffing game. There's 2 cards, the blue one and the red one.
Yeah.
You're gonna read the blue one first, and then the red one. So the blue one's PG. The red one's like a risque situation. We have to find the similarities
And we just
between
kind of-
both cards. It's kind of like Mad Libs.
All right.
Do you guys have that in Canada?
Yeah. Again, I know the thing, but I don't know the thing. Like I've heard it before.
It's like
but-
fill in the blank shit.
Yeah. Like Cards Against Humanity.
We'll give you an example. Something you can say in a Disney movie and in an X-rated movie.
It's too many kids here.
There's some, I don't know. I can't think of one for
Are
this.
we gonna
but-
sing along during? Why is this a fucking musical?
Yeah, there's
Just like that.
Yeah.
They're not all gonna be winners.
yeah.
Most
Just like
of them
that.
won't be.
I feel like the candle is watching us. Like that's the.
Oh yeah.
Something you can say while on the phone with your mom and at a rave. Yo, can I get some candy?
Damn, I don't know.
Make sure grandma stays hydrated.
We didn't even smoke before it.
Oh, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, she ripped a bong. You didn't. Do you want to jump in? She like ripped a. Yeah. At a rave and to your mom.
On the phone with your mom.
I love you.
Dude, I love you so much.
I love you so much.
That's good. Okay. You can also do one if you want to.
All right. Something you can say when you burn yourself. And then I read this one. But also after getting circumcised. Why did you give me this one?
Are you circumcised?
I said, dude, you just never want to hear about any
circumcision. Anything cutting your
anything
dick.
cutting your dick is like, nah, dude.
It
Sorry,
doesn't
we didn't
make
mean
your
to
dick
trigger you on the podcast today.
Yeah, I get triggered on certain topics, and this no.
And your dick is one of them.
Yeah. No cutting.
Damn, I get triggered about that too. No. All right. These are all drug related.
Something you see after you burn yourself and getting circumcised.
You burn
This is never gonna heal.
This is never gonna heal.
Wait, what's the second one?
Am I gonna be left with a scar?
Can I use fish scales to make up the deficit? Sorry, I've been watching too much Grey's Anatomy.
What?
They use fish scales to cover burns.
To
And then it
graft
could
the-
maybe cover the deficit in the anatomy if you take off too much foreskin. I've been watching too much Grey's Anatomy, guys. Let's move on.
This is what autism looks like.
Something you can say on the Titanic as it's sinking and during a bar fight.
It's about to go down.
Yeah.
When someone's not getting out here alive.
They call this the iceberg.
Where's Jack? We need Jack.
I'm gonna make your women and children die.
Women and children first.
Yeah. There you go. That's the one.
Jesus Christ. All right. Something you can say during karaoke and morning sex.
I want to love somebody. Wait, that's not even the words.
You have no idea how good this is gonna be.
If I pay $20, can I go next?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, and our next contestant.
Morning sex and karaoke. Damn, some of these are hard.
Something you can say while buying Girl Scout cookies and when your cock ring gets stuck. They don't call it a thin mint for nothing.
Where are those little girls when you need them?
Amen. Amen.
Okay, how about something you can say after winning the lottery and when you miss your period?
These are not the same though.
Well, it depends on who you're fucking.
My financial situation has drastically changed.
Oh, how is my mom gonna feel about this?
I can't tell anyone about this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to hide this with no one knowing.
How do I get out of the state of Texas?
Well, you'd want to be here because there's no state income tax.
No, I'd want to be in like Madrid.
I'm gonna take you there. Okay. Something you can say while loading a moving truck and when you can't get hard. It's stuck.
Well, loading a moving truck and when you can't get
I'm just
hard.
too tired to do this. Like you just said, I'm just. Yeah.
This never happens.
Maybe I can get a few friends over and we can fix this up. Make sure this
Wait,
is gonna
you
work.
promised me pizza and beer.
This would be so much better with my boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You got one?
Something you can say at the doctor and right after they ask you if you pulled out. That was quick.
Well, we'll just wait for the test results and we'll find out then.
That would be rough.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Oh. Something at the doctor and when they ask you if you pulled out.
I got nothing.
How bad is it?
Tell me the truth.
I can handle it. Don't worry.
What do you mean you're not putting on a glove?
Oh no.
Something you can say as a museum tour guide and while doing reverse cowgirl.
Well, if you look over this way, you can see something really beautiful. What of you? Wait, what was the question?
At a museum and while doing reverse cowgirl.
Just so you know, I am accepting tips.
Make sure to leave a tip before you leave.
I think Venmo, Cash App. That one's okay.
I've got another tour coming up right after this one, so
So you can leave now.
yeah. Something you can say at the water park and after you see your first vagina. It was a lot wetter than I was expecting.
Talk about a slip and slide. Do I have to sign a waiver before I get on this thing?
I didn't want to do this while there was kids here, but
Do you care if I wear my t-shirt?
that's a good one.
Something you can say at the dentist and when you see a stranger's penis on Omegle. It's a lot darker in there than I thought. No.
I hate coming here.
Is that my dad?
I knew I shouldn't have come. You know what? It's always an Indian guy.
It is. It really is.
Like the dentist and the guy?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I didn't know
Mother
that.
Patel?
I don't know. I don't really scroll Omegle that much. Or ever.
Oh.
It's always like a dude.
That wasn't part
always-
of your childhood?
I mean, there was chat,
chat
roulette
roulette.
for a hot
Oh,
second.
that was great.
Yeah, chat roulette happened for a while, but yeah, you'd be like hanging out with the boys, and you just go on there, and then you'd be like, "We all need to close this."
Somehow
Did you
everybody's
guys
dicks are
ever?
out.
Did you ever like convince girls to show their tits on there, like with a group of guys?
I don't think we ever did it successfully. I'm sure
There's
we
like
tried.
one guy in the camera, and there's a bunch of dudes in the room, but you can't see them.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah. And then if everyone jumps in,
Yes.
yeah.
I was the girl.
Yeah. After she does it,
Did it happen?
you were showing
Yeah.
your tits on
Yeah?
chat roulette.
Dude, I was showing everything on chat roulette.
But Emily,
I've told you this before.
you know, I'm starting to realize that all OnlyFans girls did have something happen in their childhood.
You were doing it for free?
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy.
I was like 12 too. There was
What?
crazy.
Oh, that is.
Dude, they
just
can charge a
gotta
lot of money for that.
Yeah, they could.
They can get charged with a lot of things for that.
Yeah. Damn. You were just setting men up and you didn't even know.
Something you can say while being kidnapped and after sending a nude.
I didn't expect to fall in love with you, but here we are.
It's weird that you're not replying to me.
Are you going to call my dad?
Are you going to tie me up now?
I'll be a good girl for you if you let me go.
All right, how about this one? Something you can say while eating a banana and during a toothy blowjob. That one feels like it's a setup. Those are so
That's-
similar. Yeah, something after you can say while eating a banana and during a toothy blowjob.
There's something in my teeth. I got in my teeth.
Oh, it has a peel.
What?
Foreskin.
Yeah, you've got to pull it back. Yeah.
And pull it back before you eat it. That's Mr. Bear.
This is Mr. Bear. Wow, he's a little jumpy.
Huh?
Hi, baby.
Are you a dumpy boy?
Why would you say
Are
that?
you
Jumpy.
a dumpy boy?
Because I went like this and he was like,
Oh.
Oh, jumpy?
yeah.
I thought you were calling him
Oh.
chunky.
No,
I thought you called
no.
him dumpy. I was like, why the
No.
fuck would you say that?
I just offend all your guys. No.
He's black too. You wanna make a comment?
About unlucky? Or-
He's a handsome boy. You got something to say to the audience?
Yeah.
What do you have to say?
make your appearance.
How many cats live here?
4.
4.
We got
So you can
6
tell the
pussies.
relationships haven't been going well.
Yeah.
And I think I'm due for a 5th.
Yeah, 1 cat per relationship.
Yeah. We're doing great here. Something you can say on a road trip and to a creepy guy hitting on you. Or a creepy girl.
Hey, I'm walking you. I got nothing.
Just on a road trip?
I'm about to throw up.
Can everybody shut the fuck up right now? I'm gonna turn this fucking car around.
See myself out.
I'm so sorry. I love this song.
Oh, that's, yeah. Sorry, I love this song.
That's got to be probably one of the most brutal ways to get rejected, is to be like, wow, I'm not as intriguing as a song. That's got to be rough.
What if it's a really good song though?
Yeah,
It's like you start dancing to, you're like, you know what, I get it, babe.
Yeah, what song would you leave like a dreamy guy to go dance to?
Pretty much any song.
TT Me Pregunto.
That would hit.
Yeah.
Which one?
TT Me Pregunto by Bad Bunny. It was our song in Miami, and anytime it came on, Emily and I we'd interrupt any conversation we had, and we would just start dancing to it, and then we'd be like, sorry, we had to get that out. And so I feel like I could be talking to the love of my life, and that would come on, and I'd be like, you can wait.
Yeah.
I need to.
Anything by Adele?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Set fire
To the rain.
That's your Adele song of choice?
I love that one. There was when that came out a few months later. It was like Skrillex did a remix to it, and I was at the gym just like on so much pre-workout, just like
I set
fire
to the rain. Watch me lift this and be in pain.
I'm gonna break my 1 rep max.
Dude, you hit new PRs that whole week.
For sure, 100%.
I used to listen to Linkin Park when I worked out.
Nice. What are your thoughts on the new singer?
Oh, I did hear their new song.
Yeah.
I think I didn't mind it. I think I was like, all right, cool.
She fits the brand.
Yeah.
Kind of fits.
Yeah, I haven't heard it yet.
They should have done it in like 2016, I think.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of artists where I'm like, where have you been? And they pop out, and I'm like, I think it's too late.
Yeah. They're
You should stay.
The royalty money went dry.
Yeah. Oh God.
So
there's no money in any of our businesses anymore.
I just saw Billy
Unless you're
Idol's
selling tickets.
Billy Idol's coming out with a tour. I thought he died.
True.
Billy who?
Exactly.
What name a song by him?
No idea.
Oh. I don't either. Then.
No idea.
Yeah, I feel like last summer was the summer of nostalgia tours. Every band that was popular 10 to 15 years ago went on tour. I saw Green Day. I was like, what am I doing here?
No, but I feel like that's cool to see Green Day as an adult.
Green Day was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did their set design, everything. I really did enjoy it. But yeah, it was a little odd. Smashing Pumpkins opening for them. And
Doesn't it
was
feel
great.
good like you're 12 again?
It's nostalgic.
If I was in a monotonous job and hadn't developed my personality since high school, I could see myself being like,
Yeah.
but it was still a great concert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did this concert in Vegas, or they tried. It was kind of like the Fire Festival.
Okay.
It was called Lovers and Friends, and it was all like 90s R&B, hip hop, like Ja Rule and like Lil Wayne, and the cool, like I was like, this is sick.
I think they put Destiny's Child on the lineup too.
It was like crazy, and we were all like, this is amazing. And I almost bought tickets, and I didn't. My friends did, and they basically like didn't have the festival, so everyone flew in there, got hotels in Vegas. Think of how expensive that is, and like because of weather, they shut it down, but the weather wasn't bad. It was like a scam, and I was like, that's so sad. Think of how many people bought tickets because they needed that in their life. They were like, this is what I need right now.
Oh.
That's so fucked.
Terrible.
We should start a fire festival for comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's ruin our careers.
Hey,
I've been
all publicity is good publicity.
I'm ready
Yes.
to crash out. Okay, something you can say in the principal's office and while hooking up with your date at senior prom. I don't know where the condom came from. Am I in trouble for this?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I promise you're going to love my performance.
That's good. That's good.
Something you can say to your HR representative and in a pre-sex pep talk to yourself.
You are qualified to do this.
Yeah.
You have health insurance and benefits.
If I feel like I'm going to explode, I'll just think about that coworker that pisses me off. I don't know.
Ugh.
All right.
You've been practicing your breathing exercises.
Yeah. Something you can say after someone sneezes and when someone walks in on you having sex. Could you pass me the tissues?
Yeah.
Okay. We're trying. We're doing our best out here, guys.
Was that a used cum rag? Something you can say at a Chuck E. Cheese and while sexting.
I've honestly never been inside of a Chuck E. Cheese.
I don't remember. I was as a
Yeah.
kid a lot.
I just know there's a rat.
It's
Yeah,
like a play.
on the
It's like
outside.
McDonald's play place, but
yeah,
bigger.
but yeah.
Should we do one more and then close out?
Let's do it.
You want to choose the final one?
Sure.
You
Something.
can pick the best ones
Okay.
that you think.
Yeah. Let me see.
Oh, yeah. Something you can say as a sports commentator and in a love poem. I was hoping you had this one. I was
Come
like,
on,
he's
dude.
got
And
this
in a
one.
love poem?
Yeah, you've been in a long relationship. You're a man.
Okay. This is
Relate
fair.
her to sports.
Let me cook.
Let him cook. He's cooking.
Okay.
Maybe say a love poem as a sports commentator.
When you finally agreed to be my girlfriend, it was like I threw a Hail Mary and caught it in the last second.
Yeah.
That's such a bro love poem.
Yeah.
That's like a bro doing his vows.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
There you go.
Do you have any last words to share with the audience?
Last
any tour
words? That
dates?
sounds like you're going to kill me at the end of the episode.
We-
Makes the episode go better if we found out that's the last words. Yeah, no, thanks for having me here on this
Thanks
Two
for
Girls,
having
One
us.
Blend. This was great.
No, it was our pleasure.
Hey,
Our honor.
Honestly, I felt like I worked through some stuff here, so thank you for that.
happy to help.
You know, we're doing great.
Where can everybody find you? Do you have any tour dates coming up?
End of February, I'm going to be in Chicago. End of February, from on the 22nd, 23rd, and then back in Toronto in March. And then Fort Worth, March 29th. Be headlining there. And yeah, check out my YouTube show I have called Laugh It Off. It's 100% improvised stand-up comedy based on what the audience wants to let go of. And we have an actual therapist sitting in the front row, and that therapist is my dad. So
Wait, that's so fun.
yeah.
That's in Toronto?
I'm taking it on tour, so we'll be doing a taping in Chicago on the 22nd of February, and then our home base is the Toronto Comedy Bar.
Are you
that we
taking your
do.
dad on tour with you?
It's so funny actually, because I told him about it, and we shot 2 of them, and I mentioned it to him. I'm like, yeah, so we're doing one in Chicago, and then like a week later, he just sends me a notification of a flight booked, and I was like, no way.
Oh, he was ready to do it with
Yeah,
you.
he's like, let's go, and I'm so perfect. I figured out accommodation. He's gonna be at the one in Chicago too.
Oh, that's cool.
that's adorable.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
That's really sweet.
I love that.
Yeah.
Guys, we ask every guest how their relationship is with their family. We talked about it off camera, and if you couldn't tell, he comes from a good one.
They're cool. Yeah.
His parents are still together.
Yeah. They're
Wow.
both therapists. I feel like they have to.
Wow.
It doesn't look good if if your
divor-
therapist is going through a divorce.
I was wondering, you seemed
No.
very like emotionally intelligent. I feel like it takes some emotional intelligence for a man to be in like a long-term thing. And I was wondering where that came from, and it makes sense now.
I mean, I've been working on it. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Do you
Family
have
therapist.
a
so.
nugget of wisdom to drop from your therapist parents before we close out?
Oh, my dad always loved to say, the problem is the problem. The person is not the problem. The problem is the problem.
That's so important.
Yeah. So it's a nice separation so that when you're having that problem, you're not putting it all on the person.
Thank
But sometimes I'm the problem.
Thank you,
All right,
Andrew.
thanks for another episode of Two Girls, One Blunt. We'll see you next